Hi everyone. So today's kind of a very impromptu video because I thought of the idea yesterday. But as some of you may remember from my last video, or I don't know when I posted it, from the past, I recently got my IKEA desk and I had to get the legs delivered because they ran out, and the box that they delivered it in came with so much unnecessary packaging, as IKEA and Amazon tend to do. So yeah, I didn't really know what to do with all this paper because I felt bad throwing it away, so I thought it would be cool if I found some paper, recycled paper crafts, upcycling, I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna make some crafts with the shitty paper that I got that acted as the packing material. So let's get into it. Okay, so I did some research last night and I found 3 crafts that I'm going to try doing. I found a lot more, but I just don't have the time or the materials to do all of them. So the 3 that I'm going to do today are going to be handmade badges. I'm also going to do some origami fairy light lantern thing, and then I'm also gonna try making some recycled paper from all of the offcuts. So I'm gonna start with badges, cause why not? So the first step in badge making is to cut your paper to the right size. So the next thing I did was come up with a load of rough designs that I could turn into badges. These are all based on the size of the backing plastic that I have for the badges. So these are all drawn to size. So now I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to go in freehand. I'm going to start with some of the more simple designs that I know I can do freehand, and then maybe some of the more complex ones I'll have to sketch out with a pencil first. There is my first tester. One thing I forgot to consider was the margin. That's what it's called. The margin that I needed to leave, because obviously the badge is going to be smaller than this whole piece of paper. I think for the next one I'm going to just draw a very light pencil outline to see how big the actual design needs to be. Okay, so here are all the designs I've done so far. I kept with the potted plant theme for now. Just, I don't know, it was just easier. I got into the rhythm of it and I kept going. So, next thing is to make it into a badge, I guess. To do this, you'll need one of these little metal dealies, see-through plastic dealie, white plastic dealie, and a pin to hold it all together. And of course, the actual badge maker. This is why I wanted to use a design that I didn't like that much. Yeah, it didn't go in. I also think I've put this on the wrong side, so that's probably why. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, I got it right that time. There, my first badge. Again, not my favourite design, it was just a practice run, but it looks cute. I do have to bear in mind how small the picture is, but I just managed to get the very edges of the design in it. I also, in future, need to pay attention to how the back is compared to the design, because this pin is going directly upwards, and I don't think that's too favourable for people who wear badges. I don't know. So here we go, it's my first batch of badges. Not too bad, considering, you know, there's all of these successful ones and only one casualty. Okay, so the next craft I want to make is based on one that I found on Pinterest. So we'll see how this goes, but basically it's these origami lampshade things. It doesn't give all that much instruction, and it doesn't say how big the paper needs to be, which is a problem because all the paper that I have is not cut into a regimented size. But it does say to tape a lot of them together. So, I got my big ass paper and my big ass ruler. Let's do this. And there we go. I can't say it's my most successful craft. I need to make it longer, make it smaller. I might have another go at it later. If I do, I'll put a picture on screen now. If I didn't, then I never got around to it. But yeah, I think these would be cute if I did it right. Okay, so I've never made my own paper before, so this is gonna be a mess. I have this frame that I stretched some cotton over. And I've read through a few tutorials, so we'll see how it goes. So here we go. I've let the paper dry for over a day now. It's been like a day and a half. And it's completely dry. So I'm going to see if this actually worked and bound itself together. There we go. It's I'm not sure. I think the white tissue paper was a mistake. Because I thought it would end up a lot more see-through than that, but it has all bound together and it is it's not going to break. It worked out a lot better than what I was expecting, to be honest. It's very easily ripped. To be honest, when I made it, I don't think that I blended the paper together enough because it was still very lumpy. I also think it would have been better if I put the tissue paper on the other side because it's a lot smoother. So I had some left over and I also made this massive sheet. So now I'm going to see if it does what I intended it to do. I was trying to think up uses for it because at the start I just kind of made paper for the fun of it to see if I could do it. But then I thought I have the stamp that I put on all of my orders that I send out, and I thought that'd be cool to see if I could make a charm or something with this. Okay, I need a lot more ink, so let's try that again. Okay, still not great. I'm going to try putting some fabric underneath it so it has a bit of padding. Still not great, but it's getting there. Let's try some fluffier fabric. Yeah, okay. I'll admit defeat. It's just not going the way that I want it to. But that's okay. I know what I did wrong. Okay, so my whole thought process with this is I wanted to try making like little charms because I thought this would look quite piratey. It's got this brown paper and this sword stamp. I thought it would just be pretty cool if I punched a hole in here and like had some little leather strips tying it. It would make a cool keyring or something like that. But obviously it didn't work. I think if I were to do it again, I would make the paper a lot thicker. Overall, not a great success. I think I just need to look up better recipes to see if there's anything else that I can add to make it more flexible and more fabric-y almost. So if you've got any good recipes for making paper, then please share them with me because I'd be very interested to hear about them. So there we go. There's all the crafts, failures and all. Overall, I definitely think the badges were the most successful, probably because they were the easiest to make and required the least amount of skill. And also I was more familiar with the method of making them. I think I would make more of these lanterns, but I would need to buy a hole punch to begin with because you're meant to punch holes in these edges to tie a string around them to tighten them up because it's meant to be like that. I also need to make the width of the paper a lot longer so that a fairy light can actually fit in them. But I think they're a cool little idea. The only drawback with them is that the strength of the fairy light doesn't shine through this paper because it is quite thick. I definitely want to try making more paper and trying to follow up on this charm idea because I think it'd be very cool. So I just need to look up some different methods, I think. Some better recipes and actually stick to it instead of kind of being like, oh, I know how to do this, I don't need a recipe. So I hope that you have more success with your crafts. I hope that maybe this video inspired you somewhat to maybe at least take to Pinterest and find different crafts, because obviously following this video ain't gonna get you nowhere. I hope that you have fun crafting and at least got a little something out of this video. It was very fun, very impromptu. I'm definitely going to do more of these badges and I'm going to try and make enough to sell, so keep an eye on my Etsy shop. All the links are in the description and I will see y'all in the next one.